Hey buddy, welcome to the new video. Today we are going to create the Netflix logo or recreate the Netflix logo, what I would say. And let's see how the Netflix logo looks like. So let's go to Netflix logo. What am I writing? Google is good. And let's go to the images. And yeah, this is the logo. So let's recreate this, or no, not recreate. Let's create this logo using CSS. So how we are going to create this? So what I can see is these are just three sticks, and one of them is skewed. So we can do this using divs or three boxes, or we can do this using just a one div, using just one box, or using some pseudo elements before and after. So yeah, I have some idea. Let's create it. So div div dot class. Yeah. So now what we have to do is let's first create the first two lines. First two skewed, and yeah. Notice one thing that this is quite curved in the lower bottom. Uh, we can do this using div also, and give it some bottom read. So let's do this. Yeah, I have some idea. So what I've written. Okay. So first let's give it some basic styling what we need for our logo. So let's write body. Inside body we want display. Since we are playing with grid, let's give it a display of grid. And what else we can do? We can give it a background of black. Give it a background of black, or and uh, what we can do is I've already written down some colors for our Netflix. So yeah, and let's place the items at the center. So to make our logo responsive, we have to keep two or three things in mind. That so if you are watching this video, there are some prerequisites. You must know a little bit of HTML and CSS, uh, because you have to deal with selectors and pseudo selectors. So I hope if you are watching this video, you know all the basics and everything about CSS. So let's place our items to the center because we want our logo at the center. Some and let's make our logo a little bit of responsive by giving it a minimum width, and keep it viewport. Keep its height relative to viewport height. This unit is a relative length unit. So one viewport height, 1% of a viewport's height. So this is 100 viewport height. So now let's go to let's style our Netflix. Let's style our div. So dot Netflix and give it some styling. Let's so for width and height we'll use rems to make it quite responsive, I would say. Okay, on changing the displays, it should not be affected. Okay, so let's give it a width of 10 rem and height of 3 rem. Am I doing 3 rem? Okay, width of 10 rem, height of 3 rem, and we have to give some borders also. So let's give border left. We have to give a border left and right to our box model. So let's give it border left 3 rem. It's basically relative to your 3 rem is relative to your browser's base height or width or browser's base font. Okay, so like if our browser's base font is 16 pixel. Okay, so 2 rems is 16, 2 times of 16 pixel font size. Okay, so let's border 3 rem solid and give it a color of, I've already found the color of a Netflix logo, E50914, I think. Okay, great. Okay, great. Uh, is this the red color? Okay, 50914. Okay, nice. But see, we have to play with the height. Oh, you need a height of 10 rem and a width of 3 rem. Now it's working fine, but it's quite small. So let's give it a 15 rem. Now it's fine. So let's get a border right also. Give it a border right. We want, yep, hooray. We have two sticks already with us. Now let's move it to the center of our screen. So how we are going to this, we have to do is in height. Yeah. So let's make it position relative. Get to the third line, which is stick, which is skewed also. So dot Netflix, we want it before both of them so that it doesn't get behind those two sticks. So dot Netflix before. Okay, dot Netflix before, and let's give the some styling. So its width is 100% and height is also 100%. Height is also 100%. Let's give it a background of same color, hashtag E50914, and uh, 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 width 100%, height 100%, Netflix. So dot Netflix before, and let's give it a display of block. That's why it's not visible to us. So I'm just showing you my process of thinking, how I think about when I'm coding. Okay, content. Okay. So let's skew this div, and let's skew this div. Okay, we have given it a brown color. Let's transform. Okay, so for that we'll use a transform property which says skew, and we want it on the x-axis, skew x, and do it 20 degree. Okay, no, we want it more, like 21 degree. 21 to, okay, height, and yes, display grid, background center. How we are not, okay, we have to create a shadow also, right? So we have to create a type of shadow so that it's visible on both these sticks. The skewed sticks is visible on other two sticks. So content and width, height, background, transform. Let's give it a box shadow of 30 pixel. Box shadow 0 0. First let's try with 20 pixel. What am I writing? Solid. It's black. Okay. Uh, it's quite not that, but yeah, it's looking a lot like this. We just have to just make it a curve in the bottom. So let's go to let's try 30 pixel. 30 pixel. Yeah, now it's much more fine. And yeah, now we do dot Netflix after. Okay. After that, after all these things, we want is that div, a box with a border radius of, uh, we'll give it some border radius, move it, like move its position. So let's first give it a background color of red, so that we can play with it. Background, background of, let's give it a background of red for time being. Okay, for time being, let's give it a background of red. And content empty, I would say. Content, okay. Okay, it's a curve. Okay, we can play with it. And content, we can give it the width and height also. Let's give it the width. We want width of, width should be of, let's give it a width of 15 rem, height of 2 rems. What is it? Okay, content, width, height, and display. You have to give it a display of block. Display of block. Okay, okay. Now give it a border radius. Border radius of, border radius of 50 pixel. Okay, let's make it an oval to 50%. Okay, now we have to move it to the left and then give it a background color of black. So let's move it to the left. And how we are going to do this is using position relative. Okay, so position relative won't work. We have to use position absolute and then give it a position of absolute. Okay, and give it left 200%. Oh, we have to move it to the left, so we'll use minus. Okay, it's working fine, and it's working totally fine. It's a top. Try to give it a top of 98%. The top of 90%. What will happen? It's covering. We can give it a 95. It's still covering. We can give it 98, 99. That's fine. Now I will going to show you a magic. Let's give it a color of black. And yeah, out. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. So yeah, that's it. That's a Netflix logo. If you want the code, I will link this code pen into the YouTube video below, in the description below. What I'm saying. Yeah, it's looking amazing. It's quite responsive also. Okay, so that's it from this one. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and tell me in the comment which logo you want me to create using CSS. Keep working hard, keep hustling. We'll meet in the Next one.